characters on the internet, the very polarizing, the very controversial Jake Paul, 2-0 as a pro boxer, 1-0 as an amateur. It just broke this morning. It's going to be Jake Paul versus Ben Askren, April 17th, an 8-round pro boxing match, 10-ounce gloves, 20x20 ring. All those things and more will be discussed right here in my first conversation with Jake Paul. It is nice to meet you, sir. How are you?
Good, man. Good. Yo, hearing like you're the first person I've like heard it from, like say it out loud. Let's go, bro. Like that sounded really nice. April 17th, 10-ounce gloves, pro fight. Man, this is my first headlining event, and hearing you say that, man, I'm excited.
Well, congratulations. So let me ask you, it did seem after the Nate Robinson fight that a lot of people were coming after you. You had a lot of suitors. You could have chosen a lot of people. Ultimately, why did you choose Ben Askren as your next opponent?
Yeah, we were talking about 5 or 6 guys, MMA fighters, some celebrities, an NFL guy. And when it came down to the ink meeting the paper and then being like green lighting this and being like, let's do this, these guys, it turned out a lot of them weren't as serious as we thought. I think people don't like to give me props for my boxing ability, but deep down they're like, damn, this kid can fight. And Ben Askren was really the only one who was serious about it and that wanted to make it happen and was ready to go. So kudos to him. But there was guys like, you know, Dylan Dennis. I wanted to make that fight happen. He was all over social media. I threw like muddy, piss-filled toilet paper at his face. Like, people wanted that fight. People wanted me to fight Ben Askren. People wanted me to fight McGregor. People wanted me to fight Diaz. I think all of those fights will happen eventually. But Dylan Dennis blamed a knee injury. Conor McGregor just lost. Nate Diaz is tied up by the UFC. Ben Askren was really the only one ready to go. And he has less losses than McGregor. So, you know, and he's a legit fighter. He's finished 12 people in his professional career. And so for me, it's a perfect fight because people want to see me fight a real fighter. They think that this YouTube kid is going to get knocked out by a real fighter.
Did you pick Ben Askren because he was the easiest one to knock out? There are a lot of people who say he was knocked out in 5 seconds by Jorge Masvidal. His stand-up isn't very good. Did you pick him because he was the easiest opponent?
No, I think Dennis would be the easiest opponent. You know, Askren has, you know, 20-something MMA fights, has been in with Robbie Lawler, the tough guys. I think anyone would have been knocked out by Masvidal's knee. That knee that landed was deadly. It would have knocked anyone out. So I think Dennis would have been the easiest fight by far, you know, but these MMA guys, just because they throw punches doesn't mean they can box. This is why I'm so confident in my ability to destroy these guys, is because they have no head movement. They're slow. They, you know, aren't going to the gym every day and boxing. They're throwing elbows, kicks, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, the list goes on. Boxing's an art. MMA is a brawl. And that is why I'm calling out all these people. And you're gonna see, people will see. I say it every single time. I say it in every single interview. I predict when I'm gonna knock these people out. I predict what the media is gonna say. And people are just gonna see one by one. Ben Askren gets knocked out. Dennis gets knocked out. Diaz gets knocked out. It's gonna happen, and people will replay this interview and be like, wow, this kid really just predicted all of this.
So when will you knock him out? What's your prediction for this?
You know, I've been talking with my team about this. I'm too sharp right now. And we're 82 days away from the fight. April 17th is in 82 days. And, you know, just in practice this morning, I'm too sharp. I'm too fast. We wanted to be nice and say like, hey, you know, it could go 3 rounds. He has a good chin. I just think by the end of this camp, it'll end up being a 1 to 2 round fight. He's slow, you know, and my speed will immediately show, and he will be getting hit from every single angle. And there's not much he can do, and he has never had a boxing match, so it's different than MMA. You can't just when you're hurt, you can't just shoot your little takedown, Ben. Can't do that, buddy. Sorry.
He told me earlier today he predicts a 7th round TKO of you. What's your response to that?
My response is go Google Ben Askren striking. It's not gonna go that long. It's not gonna go that long. I don't even think he'll hit me. I haven't been hit one time in the face in my past 2 fights. So I haven't even been punched as a pro boxer one time. Nate Robinson landed 1 body shot in a clinch. I don't think Ben Askren will even hit me. That's my prediction.
So your response to that was go Google Ben Askren's striking. I know I see all the gifs and all that stuff. So and clearly you don't respect his striking. So then it goes back to the previous question: why Ben Askren? Like
I don't respect a lot of MMA fighters striking.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like even watching Poirier, he did a great job against McGregor, but and he's in South Florida. Poirier is. And so I'm putting this out there. I would love Poirier. I would love to spar you in boxing, because when I see these guys, their stand-up game, we're like, I don't know. It doesn't impress me. A lot of these MMA guys. So I want to go spar Poirier. So Poirier, if you're watching this, let's get in touch, because I would love to set up a sparring session. You can help me out with my fight for Askren. But I don't know. I'm not impressed with these guys boxing at all.